Hello, this is episode 110 of the Super Parent Syndrome, and I am your host, Dr. Nick Fanning. Today we're going to be talking about what was I waiting for? So sit back, relax, let's get started.
Parenting in the 21st century is ever evolving, and while you balance work, kids, and your sanity, it's easy to feel discouraged. Welcome to the Super Parent Syndrome with your host, Dr. Nick Fanning.
So I do this exercise of self-reflection every single day. And in this exercise of self-reflection, we take an event that has caused an emotional trigger of some sort. And this emotional trigger might be happiness, it might be sadness, it might be anger, it might be frustration. It can be basically anything that causes you to take a moment and just be like, oh, or, okay. Now here's the thing. When we have these moments, it's best, here's the thing. We can't change the moment. But what we can do is learn from the emotion and from the experience of that. And that is the whole point of these exercises. So I use a process called The Stack, and it was taught to me by one of my mentors, Garrett J. White of the Wake Up Warrior movement. And so if you guys, I would actually really strongly suggest you check them out. And in this process, you take an event, you examine the emotions around it, and then you examine the story behind the reason why it triggered you. Now, this has a powerful impact because basically what you're doing is you're transferring energy. And you're transferring energy of your subconscious to your conscious and then into paper. Now, some people are like, okay, what the hell are you talking about? Transferring energy, blah, blah, blah. But it's like this. Parents, if your kid makes you a piece of art, and this piece of art is not something you would buy, out in public, but at the same time, you would cherish this thing forever because there's love in it. It's your kid made it and transferred love. So here's the thing: if you can believe that a child might be able to make something with love, or your mom made food with love, then you can understand that you can actually transfer other energies as well. So here's the thing: as you're doing this self-reflection, I'm breaking down the story of frustration. Okay. And fast forwarding to the end, what I basically learned is what in the hell am I waiting for? What am I trying to work towards? Is there some sort of magic finish line or level that I was trying to work at where then I could start enjoying some things? Now, it's so odd because I am one of those guys that just loves cherishing moments and being excited. But here I was just working tirelessly lately, just trying to push my business to another level, trying to, get my kids to, just own school and to love their sports and really just trying to get everybody just, marching in tune. And obviously when you're trying to force things like that, you're only going to be left with incredible frustration. You know what I mean? And so literally trying to kill yourself, not literally, I'm sorry, but exhausting yourself to tears at times, to try to make things just perfect, to try to force yourself to a next level, instead of just seeing the beauty of what you have in front of you. And so it came to be as I had to learn to the fact that, when it comes to my family, I just need to be having the fun and love with them in the moment versus, go, we're gonna go get all this done and then we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Instead of that, there's times where there needs to be work, but why not just enjoy that journey with it at the time? And same thing with work. I don't know what I was trying to do is I'm trying to work for this. I'm trying to pay off these bills, these medical bills that we had this last year and all this, the business loan debt and all this other stuff. And, when I reach this point where I'm able to save, then I'm going to start, doing a vacation here and there, or, then we're going to start having more fun in our marketing, or we're going to have, go to seminars together and get pumped up again, instead of just being like, dude, really? Why can't I just love on the people here? Joke around, be myself, have some fun with it, dress up for Halloween, poke at people, call people, just love them right where they're at. Love them right where they need to be and where I need to be. And just really enjoy being there again versus being so tied down with trying to make sure that your books are perfect at the time, every single day and trying to get all these tasks done. Just breathe within it. Just breathe in God. Just express this amazing moment. And that's the challenge to you folks, is that we're in this society where it's just like, we're trying to push harder and harder just to have a couple moments of Netflix and chill. We're trying to go hard, where, we get the kids down for bed, and then it's like, then it's my turn. Then it's my time. What if we can have just both? It just poses that question of like, what the hell are we waiting for? It's right there. It's right in front of us. Now, here's the thing. You have passions. You have gifts. And the beautiful thing is that no two people are alike. You might have some that are similar. But if you can incorporate your passions, your gifts into the roles you play, just imagine what that could look like. So, for example, one of the things that I love doing is I love like hitting a heavy bag. I love doing taekwondo. I love this. And here's the thing, like, I was trying to figure out, I've just recently enjoyed a love of running, which is, honestly, if you would have asked me before June or like even in May, I would have been, dude, you're crazy. I'm not going to do that. But I'm literally looking forward to incorporating this in my children's lives as well. And they might join me. They may not. There's the joy of someday reading as a family, because that's what I remember growing up and having with my family, is just sitting around reading all books and just kind of enjoying the coziness in a cold winter day, but everybody snuggled up to a book. And I can still have that. Right now I'm having to read a lot, but at the same time, isn't that the point? Why can't, I can always read my stuff later, but at the same time, they're only little for so long. I literally just dive in and maybe even read one of my books to them. That way it's like, two birds with one stone. Here's the thing, whatever your passions might be, it's okay to share that. Sometimes we try to hang on to it and keep it sacred for ourselves, but reach out and just really see what can you do to expand on that. I can tell you this, I'm really looking forward. I honestly I kind of want to have like a every other weekend movie night where it's like dad's movies, you know what I mean? So we're going to be watching some quality Star Wars here. We're going to crank out some Firefly, Serenity. We're going to really kind of geek it up, you know what I mean? And just kind of show and share those kind of loves. Because here's the thing, sometimes we make our kids and their loves and we make it all about them. But at the same time, we can share ours too. Guys, I'm just going on so many different tasks, but here's the thing. The biggest point I want to impress upon you is that don't wait. Don't wait. It's right there. It's right in front of you. Do it now. And yes, it's important to have your own time. But at the same time, imagine what it could be like if you really just share your passions, share your gifts, and share their passions and their gifts and just meld them together. Ah, how beautiful could that be? So, folks, I'm going to end it right there. No homework. I want you to just chew on this. And here's the thing, folks. I am not going to be consistent with these because I've had a lot of people start saying, like, man, this is just too much content. I can't listen to this every single day. I understand that. Pick and choose. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing this. Sometimes it's going to be 3 times a week. Sometimes it's going to be every single day. In fact, most likely it's going to be every single day because I find this incredibly therapeutic. And I just love, honestly, sharing these simple principles that we can enter into our lives to make it that much more enjoyable. That much more enjoyable. So, in fact, my next episode, I am so excited to share with you. It's honestly just the power of saying no because my wife just went through Halloween party season and she got herself into trouble because she could not say no. And so I'm hoping to rope her into doing an episode with me. And we're going to talk all about that. So until next time, folks, look forward to the episode, hopefully with my wife. I love you all. Honestly, I really do. I honestly think about a lot of people that have told me that they're listeners. I've been really just like, hey, what could their needs be? What could they use? And there's going to be some fun topics. In fact, I've had to warn my wife. I was like, hey, just so you know, we're going to get some real crazy raw topics here. We're going to be talking about some sex here. We're going to be talking about frustrations and breastfeeding. We're going to be talking about, the fact that I had diarrhea while holding a baby. You know what I mean? It's just, it's talking about some of those topics that nobody wants to talk about. So at the same time, you are not alone because parenthood is amazing, but it's also incredibly terrible. So you just got to find the beautiful mess in the between. So folks, Thank you so much. This is Dr. Nick, once again, signing off.
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Super Parent Syndrome. Please be sure to visit peptalksforparents.com for more content and our free newsletter. And remember, you are not alone.